Hello and welcome to the Abakuas Whitepaper Cafe. We understand that time is limited, so we will read the white papers for you. Listen while you drive, listen while you lounge, listen while you clean. I am not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice, but I do want to provide you with ease of information in order to make the best financial decision you can. This crypto was chosen at random or at the request of a listener. Augur, page 5. Once an initial report has been received by the initial reporter, whether it was the designated reporter or first public reporter, the reported outcome becomes the market's tentative outcome, and the market enters the dispute round phase. Reporting, Section 7. Dispute round. The dispute round is a phase during which any REP holder has the opportunity to dispute the market's tentative outcome. A dispute round may last up to 7 days, with the exception of the very first dispute round, which may last up to 24 hours. At the beginning of a dispute round, a market's tentative outcome is the outcome that will become the market's final outcome if it is not successfully disputed by REP holders. As a dispute consists of staking REP, referred to as dispute stake in this context, on an outcome other than the market's current tentative outcome. A dispute is successful if the total amount of dispute stake on some outcome meets the dispute bond size required for the current round. The dispute bond size is computed as follows. Let A subscript N denote the total stake over all the market's outcome at the beginning of dispute round N. Let W be any market outcome other than the market's tentative outcome at the beginning of the dispute round. Let S, open parentheses, W, N, close parentheses, denote the total amount of stake on outcome W at the beginning of dispute round N. Then the size of the dispute bond needed to successfully dispute the current tentative outcome in favor of the new outcome W during round N is denoted B, open parentheses, W, N, close parentheses, and is given by B, open parentheses, W, N, close parentheses, equals 2A subscript N minus 3S, open parentheses, W, N, close parentheses. The bond sizes are chosen this way to ensure a fixed ROI for reporters who successfully dispute false outcomes. The dispute bonds need not be paid in their entirety by a single user. The Augur platform allows participants to crowdsource dispute bonds. Any user who sees an incorrect tentative outcome can dispute that outcome by staking REP on an outcome other than the tentative outcome. If any outcome other than the tentative outcome accumulates enough dispute stake to fill its dispute bond, the current tentative outcome will be successfully disputed. In the case of a successful dispute, one of three things will happen. The market will either undergo another dispute round immediately, the market will wait until the next dispute window begins before undergoing another dispute round, or the market will enter the fork state. If the size of the field dispute bond is greater or equal to 2.5% of all theoretical REP, then the market will enter the fork state. If the size of the field dispute bond is less than 2.5% of all theoretical REP, but greater than or equal to 0.02% of all theoretical REP, then the newly chosen outcome becomes the market's new tentative outcome and the market enters the waiting for window phase. If the size of the field dispute bond is less than 0.02% of all theoretical REP, then the newly chosen outcome becomes the market's new tentative outcome and the market immediately enters another dispute round. All dispute stake is held in escrow during the dispute round. If a dispute bond is unsuccessful, then the dispute stake is returned to its owners at the end of the dispute round. If no dispute is successful during the dispute round, then the market enters the finalized state, and its tentative outcome is accepted as its final outcome. A market's final outcome is the tentative outcome that passes through a dispute round without being successfully disputed, or is determined via a fork. Augur's contracts treat final outcomes as truth and pay out accordingly. All unsuccessful dispute stake is returned to the original owner at the end of every dispute round. All successful dispute stake is applied to the outcome it championed and remains there until the market is finalized or until the fork occurs in some other Augur market. All dispute stake, whether successful or unsuccessful, will receive a portion of the reporting fee pool from the current dispute window. Reporting Section 8. Waiting for window. If a market's tentative outcome is disputed with a bond greater than or equal to 0.02% of all theoretical REP, but less than 2.5% of all theoretical REP, then the market enters the waiting for window phase before undergoing another dispute round. The purpose of this is simply to slow down the dispute process as the bonds get larger, giving honest participants more time to crowdfund the larger dispute bond. This reduces the risk of critical failure mode, one where the oracle resolves incorrectly because honest participants didn't have time to raise the funds needed to dispute a false tentative outcome. During this phase, reporting for the market is on hold until the end of the current dispute window. Once the next dispute window begins, the market enters the dispute round phase. This has been Augur White Page number 5. Please click the next video to continue the white paper. Thank you for listening. Please leave us a like. If you're new here, click subscribe and share with a friend. Until next time, gain knowledge and take action. Goodbye.